will share the creative process of Michel Ramillon with you, starting with a simple theme. The original French version is available at the link in the upper right corner. Michel wrote an arrangement and realized a complete orchestral piece using the virtual instruments of our Synchron series. Let's listen to the whole track and we'll be right back with more explanations for this piece. At first, Michel imagined a kind of magical and curious parade for this piece. He wrote this theme, which will recur throughout the piece in different forms. For the introduction, he wanted to set a strange mood. The theme is suggested at the beginning, but without a harmonic change. The tremolo strings play the C and F sharp of the harp chord, which in turn plays an altered B chord. The bass will play the flat ninth of the chord at the end of the second bar to accentuate the climate of uncertainty. Michel is now going to start the parade he had imagined by adding some movement to the strings, pizzicato. On top of the strings, the main theme is played on the bassoon, supported by a clarinet, then an oboe, doubled by an English horn in the lower octave, which will follow the bassoon's melody, but with a slight variation in order not to lose the listener. The bass clarinet and contrabassoon accentuate the basses to maintain the heavy, awkward feel. Michel then creates a downward movement to relaunch the string theme. The second part of the theme is then taken up by strings, woodwinds, trumpets and trombone, creating a change and a little more power. After that, he wanted to stop the parade as if to calm the magic a bit. For this, he breaks the movement by stopping strings and brass and by playing the theme on the oboe, followed by different parts with the other woodwinds, responding and playing in augmented and diminished chords, always to move further away from the key. And this also creates a kind of uncertainty. Then he wanted this little world to come tumbling down. To do this, he created a rise and fall effect by accelerating the tempo and by writing an initial rise with a succession of augmented chords, then a descent, still with a succession of augmented chords, just to end on a B major 7 flat 5 chord, giving it a mysterious and highly unstable quality as well. It is played by the strings and the flat 5th is supported by the bassoon and the clarinet. Then follows the theme played by the flute and the clarinet, but harmonized with a simple minor chord, giving it a slightly melancholic touch. As he wanted to go back to the parade, Michel wrote sequences of counterpoints to modulate to G minor, and then he is repeating the theme played by strings, flutes and bassoons. Meanwhile, the rhythm is provided by clarinets, a bass clarinet and a contrabassoon, as well as a bass tuba. The theme is then played by the brass, and the rhythm is divided between the strings and the woodwinds. He wanted this parade to swirl, a little bit like being swept away by a tornado. Michel applied a chromatic descent of the strings with a tremolo effect, doubled by the flutes, and all this is played over a diminished chord. Between the two descents, the brass plays the theme on a simple minor chord to give it a serious, severe and powerful character. To finish this triumphant theme, he wrote a woodwind rhythm which is in contrast to the brass playing the melody. Then he alternates between woodwinds, strings and brass. And to finish this piece and to accentuate the effect of an ending, he has stopped all movement and had the bassoons, clarinets and contrabass play pianissimo sustained notes. Then he is ending with an orchestral tutti almost in unison, as can be heard in many classical pieces. Michel has highlighted certain passages with timpani and bass drums to add power in certain places. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't hesitate to leave comments in case you'd like to know more about this project.